We got a lot to talk about tonight, so now it's time to get into it. Come on. Great ass. The first thing I want to talk about here tonight, I want to talk about The Longest Yard, because there's a reboot coming for the third time, everybody. Wow, Todd, welcome to the chat, Ron. Welcome for being here, man. But there's a third time, well, I guess it's a second reboot. Second reboot, second reboot, third movie.
You have any more shots lined up over there, bud?
I should have more. Actually, The Longest Yard is being rebooted one more time, of course. Burt Reynolds, the man himself, back in 1974 did the first one. Adam Sandler adapted it in 2005 to do a reboot. Of course, the whole thing takes place about a former, well, I guess if you go back to the original one with Burt Reynolds, a former star quarterback who's sentenced to 18 months in a state prison, and then he forms a whole team, the Mean Machine, to play against the Guards team. And of course, it adapted a little bit for the Adam Sandler one, and it's a comedy, but it became even more comedic, I would say, when Adam Sandler did it. But this is a big movie for Paramount, and they're doing it again for the third time. And I saw this, and I was like, okay, all right. I mean, the thing is, we're coming out of strike, so everybody's looking for content right now. So I guess, like, as your producer sitting in a room being like, what are we going to make next? And I guess Paramount thought it's been since 2005. This is time for The Longest Yard.
Time to reboot something that happened 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Perfect.
but I thought it was okay, the last movie. The Burt Reynolds ones, I think, is better. But the last one, I think they got too campy, too Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler.
Did you see the Burt Reynolds one?
I did. I did see the Burt Reynolds one. It was much better. I mean, the comedy was different for that time. It was different than 74. It's a different time. Burt Reynolds was a fucking man back then. Like, I just picture Burt Reynolds sprawled out, half naked, being like, yeah, what's up, girl? But I don't care.
What do you mean you picture? You said you saw it. Like, what do you mean what are you picturing if you saw it? I'm very confused.
That's his life. It's the life of Burt Reynolds. That's all I'm saying. It's like Burt Reynolds. He's a fucking man. And you replace him Adam Sandler, which, again, I love Adam Sandler. He is great. And then you're right. Yeah. But Queen, that might be the idea. They have not
fucking do that. I'm into that.
That's how you change. Yeah. That's how you change it. That's how you change it. Good point there, Queen.
Yeah.
But we're doing this. We're adapting. We're rebooting it. It's happening. Paramount's doing it for the third time. What do we think about this? Because there's a big news that came this over the past couple of days. So I'm going to go to Mr. Michael Casey first. Mike, what do you think about a reboot for the third time of The Longest Yard? Does it make sense to do this? And the last one, they had Adam Sandler and they had Burt Reynolds in this. Now, Burt Reynolds, unfortunately, has passed since then. Do you think that Adam Sandler will make an appearance in this to kind of bring on that lineage of the whole franchise? Or do you think they start from over and do something completely new, like Queen was saying, maybe change the whole genre completely? What do you think about this?
They're going to change the whole genre completely? Burt Reynolds died. Did they preserve his mustache at least?
I literally was very shocked by that information too.
He's been gone for a minute too, guys.
He shouldn't be gone. He should still be what I would suspecting be hitting on women that are too young for him in smoky bars. Like, although there aren't really smoky bars anymore. Remaking this movie a third time, I don't know. I'm interested in Sabrina's take. Like, these kind of sports movies. Like, I like Sandler. Like anything that he's involved with. I mean, I guess
it's great.
Try to, you tell the same stories with a new generation. You bring in new stuff, and also new audiences aren't familiar with these old tropes. Like, we're humans. We're telling the same story again and again and again. And some of us are smart enough to exploit the stupid ape brains that we all have, and they just keep cashing in on it. So good for them. I can't even imagine giving a shit about this.
So Mike gives a thumbs down to this right now. You don't care. I want to see it. I'm like,
I'll watch it. I'm just gonna have to be like in a hotel.
His own.
If my whole life like just completely nosedives, which might happen. Like, I accept that that's a possibility. But if I end up in Red Roof Inn off the highway, like in rural Georgia, like that's probably when I'm gonna watch this movie.
Did you say rural Georgia?
I like rural Georgia. I mean, that's
a great place.
That's where I'm gonna go. Like,
it's just funny that you picked rural Georgia. Like, it just seemed like an exceptional offering.
So, Sean, are you there with him at that next door in the next room over that Red Roof Inn, or what? All about
no, he's at the Motel 6. Let's be real.
No, Mike, I'm worried. Like, do you have a go bag? Are you a prepper? Like, what is going on?
I got a swimsuit and a backpack. Sean. That's all I need.
Shit hits the fan. SHTF. Do you know what that means? Anyway, no, I don't want this. Who the fuck wants this? Again, like, Hollywood's broken. We keep coming up with doing the same thing over and over again and expecting people to either, not pay attention, like Mike said, or just appeal to a new generation who doesn't want this or need this particularly. Yes, I'm sure this scene has certainly aged well.
Hundo.
But no, I would love, if they're doing a whole new take on it, if it's Queen said, like some kind of women's prison or something. Pornhub might pick that up. We'll see. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen now. And I'm off. Okay, but yeah, I like the I like the original. Adam Sandler's version was okay. I don't feel like I need to see this story played out a third time. Yeah.
I agree with you. This is also, I'm going back and forth about this. I saw we had a comment about Smoking the Bandit. That was a fucking great movie. The first one and the second one, I like them both. So, and Burt Reynolds, we trust when it comes to that kind of stuff. But
every time I think of Smoking the Bandit, I think of Joey Lauren Adams from fucking Mallrats.
Yeah. But Sean, I agree with you. It's like, honestly, yeah, unless you reboot the whole thing and make it completely different and make it a whole new original story, like Queen was saying, there's no point to find somebody else to be, why? Well, he got arrested for X, Y, and Z. He's back in jail or having another football game. Again, people love this story apparently, but I don't think they did well the last time either. Sabrina, do you think you want to see this coming back? Do you think Adam Sandler should be in it if they do another one? Or do you think that we should leave this, as we talk about all the time, in the past?
I'm a hard no on a third reboot of this fucking movie, honestly. I do love Adam Sandler, and if they are going to do it, it'd be cool if he was the coach. I'm all for what Queen said. Like, if you do it in a women's prison, I'd watch that shit. I feel like that would be a fresh look at the same story. Like, but to see another bunch of fucking dudes, I don't care how hot they are, how stupid they're, like, whatever the fuck you want to, however you want to, I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care. So, like, I don't know why, like, with all of the, if you think about it, like, especially, like, think about how many fucking people, like, were writing during the writer's strike that aren't in the writers union, right? They're not in the guild, right? So, like, you think of all these people that probably have all this fucking fresh shit. Why don't you tap some untapped resources, get some fucking new material, put someone in the guild, give them an opportunity to tell their story? Like, I'm just so sick of recycling things, honestly. I do, though, one more time, really, really appreciate Queen's take. I think if you are going to do it again, that will be a way to go, honestly.
Find that fresh take, do something completely different with it. Of course, the studio is looking for right now what's something they have in their back pocket that they can easily jump on and produce very quickly, because that's what they're happening now. Of course, now we have a deal. You're going to see productions try to move as fast as they can to get going. And, they're not going to wait for intense independent films, or whatever they can make right now as fast as they can. That's what they're going to jump on.
Let's be clear. A studio can make anything as quick as they fucking want to. Well, if there's a script, you can make it so, because this has been done before, you're insinuating that it'll be done quicker.
I feel like it will be. I feel like they take the old one and they just change it slightly.
Prep time for a film is prep time for a fucking film. It doesn't matter.
I feel like they're just going to change some character names, switch it around quickly, and then bring this movie out. I just think so.
Way to
go,
Mom
Sabrina.
and Dad.
Thanks for putting it out there.
Don't be late and I won't be your mom. How about that?
Oh, shit. Sabrina's not going to stop. She's not going to stop.